Samsung's brand new Galaxy Z Trifold is finally here. And honestly, this is massive. It's significantly larger than the Fold 7, and today I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this engineering marvel. From the front, it looks almost identical to the Galaxy Fold 7. You've got that familiar 6.5-inch cover display with a 21:9 aspect ratio, a smooth 120 Hz refresh rate, and a massive 2600 nits of peak brightness. But the real magic happens when you open it up. It folds open not once, but twice, revealing a massive 10-inch canvas display. Now, technically, because it has two hinges, it's a dual fold, but Samsung calls it the trifold because you get the equivalent of 3 portrait screens stitched together. The 10-inch main display sports a 16:11 aspect ratio and 1600 nits of brightness. While that's slightly dimmer than the cover screen, once this thing is open, it feels less like a phone and more like a solid, full-fledged tablet. There isn't really any flex. Yes, the two creases are still visible from an angle, but when you look at it head-on, they are very minimal. The engineering here is wild. At its thinnest point, it's just 3.9 millimeters, making it the thinnest Galaxy mobile device ever. However, when you fold it all down, it stacks up to about 12.9 millimeters. For context, that's about 4 millimeters thicker than the Fold 7. You definitely feel that extra bulk and the added weight, which is about 94 grams heavier than the Fold 7. But considering you are carrying a 10-inch tablet in your pocket, it's a trade-off many might be willing to accept. Samsung knows durability is a concern. We've got an aluminum armor frame, a titanium housing for the dual-rail hinge, and a formulated fiberglass composite back. It comes in the singular, crafted black color, which looks very premium. Now, I know what you're thinking. What happens if you fold it the wrong way? Because of the dual hinge, there is only one right way to close it. If you try to fold the right side inwards, the phone immediately vibrates to warn you. If you keep pushing, the vibrations get violent. It's a smart safety feature, meaning you'd have to intentionally try to break it to cause damage. It also keeps an IP48 rating, and because it folds inward, the soft screen is never exposed when it's in your pocket, making it inherently safer than outward folding competitors. Use cases and software. Here is the catch though. There is no flex mode like on the Fold 7. You can't fold it halfway to watch a video. It's either a smartphone or a tablet. There is no in-between state. But as a tablet, it shines. In portrait mode, it's roughly the size of an A4 sheet of paper, which is incredible for reading documents. In landscape, that 16:11 aspect ratio means minimal black bars when watching movies. The biggest software win here is productivity. This runs Android 16 with One UI 8, and it's the first smartphone to have Samsung DeX built right onto the device screen. Generally, you need an external monitor for DeX. Here, you don't. You can snap on a magnetic keyboard and mouse, and suddenly you have a legitimate desktop workstation with up to 4 windowed apps running at once. Even outside of DeX, multitasking is superior. On the Fold 7, 3 apps felt cramped. Here, it's like having 3 full-size smartphones side by side. You can edit a photo in the gallery while keeping the original open next to it, or view your full file structures without menu diving. It basically does whatever a tablet can do. Let's talk cameras. We are looking at the exact same setup as the Fold 7. You get a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 200-megapixel primary, and a 10-megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom. There are also 2 10-megapixel selfie cameras, one inside and one on the cover. They're good cameras, but they aren't quite at the S25 Ultra flagship level. Taking selfies with the rear cameras is possible using the cover preview, but it's a bit awkward holding a device this size. Imagine trying to take a selfie with an iPad. Under the hood, we have the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. It looks like Samsung was working on this before the Gen 5 chips were available, so we have the 8 Elite. It's paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage as the base model. Performance is snappy, games run smooth, and the speakers, which are the same as the Fold 7, get plenty loud. Powering this beast is a 5600 mAh battery, split across the 3 sections. That's significantly larger than the Fold 7's 4400 mAh cell. However, remember you are powering a much larger screen. Realistically, if you use this as a tablet 100% of the time, the battery will drain fast. But with mixed usage between the cover screen and the main screen, it should get you through the day comfortably. We still have 45-watt wired charging, 15-watt wireless, and reverse wireless charging included. Finally, the painful part, pricing and availability. The Z Trifold is launching initially in Korea, Singapore, China, the UAE, and the US. No word on the UK or India just yet. In Korea, it's priced equivalent to about $2,500. For the US, I'm expecting this to land between $2,800 and $3,000. It is a super premium price tag. Look, the Fold 7 is probably still the best option for most people, but the Z Trifold is for the enthusiast who wants a phone that transforms into a legitimate 10-inch tablet. It is unique, it is futuristic, and it is a serious flex. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss it. If you found this video useful, smash that like button for me. Thanks for watching. This is Tech Hunt, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.